Welcome to the online course, Caring for Holocaust Survivors with Sensitivity at the End of Life. This online course aims to sensitize and prepare healthcare professionals working with Holocaust survivors and their families, as well as other trauma survivors, to recognize and respond to post-traumatic stress symptoms and deliver person-centered, trauma-informed care at the end of life. During the course, you will follow the story of Rosa, a Holocaust survivor, and her care team. You will view expert commentary videos, images from Holocaust Museum exhibits, including a virtual tour of galleries in the Museum of Jewish Heritage in New York City. This will help establish an historical context of the Holocaust. This course consists of 3 modules. Module 1 discusses the historical context of the Holocaust and its impact on survivors and their families. Module 2 discusses how to identify Holocaust survivors, how to assess for post-traumatic stress disorder, and learn about dehumanization in medicine. You will become aware of the impact of trauma on survivors at the end of life and how it transmits to the second-generation survivors. Module 3 discusses best practice strategies for professionals on how to deliver person-centered, trauma-informed, and culturally sensitive care to Holocaust and other trauma survivors at the end of life. It will take you approximately 3 hours to complete this course. However, each module has a bookmarking feature which will allow you to exit the course and resume where you left off. In this module, you will learn about the history of trauma experienced by Holocaust survivors and raise your awareness about the long-term effects of its trauma. This module will also inform you about the issues faced by the Holocaust survivor population that you serve as a healthcare provider. It is important to remain mindful of their history in order to be able to treat them appropriately and compassionately, and to also examine your own feelings and reactions to their end-of-life needs. You will learn about the long-term impact of trauma on Holocaust survivors and their families, including the 2G survivors, especially as it manifests near the end of life. As a healthcare provider, you need to understand why the trauma faced by Holocaust survivors resurfaces during their final stages of life. We will also see when Rosa's trauma resurfaces at the Jewish hospice facility. We will offer healthcare professionals strategies to apply best practice on how to provide culturally sensitive, holistic, interdisciplinary, person-centered, trauma-informed care to Holocaust survivors. Including PCTI principles in hospice and palliative care enhances the care delivery to trauma survivors. As healthcare providers, being cognizant of our own histories will help us remain sensitive to the trauma of others. Being tolerant and treating each patient as a unique individual and whole human being is imperative. This course would not be possible without the generous support from the Jewish Federations of North America's JFNA Center for Advancing Holocaust Survivor Care, MJHS Foundation, MJHS Hospice and Palliative Care, and MJHS Institute for Innovation in Palliative Care.